Welcome to the Real Girls of Gabbing, the podcast where two best friends rewatch and analyze your favorite Bravo TV shows. Join us while we make each other laugh, rant about Bravo drama, and go off on tangents about everything under the sun. Buckle up and get ready for a good old-fashioned gab sesh with the girls. Hi, I'm Maggie.
Hi, I'm Selma.
And welcome back to the Real Girls of Gabbing.
Hello, welcome back, everyone.
Here we are today, lads.
Episode 4.
Number 4, lucky number 4.
Every week we're like, lucky number 2, lucky number 3.
Exactly. We're just lucky to be here, honestly.
Blessed.
So blessed. Feeling so blessed.
Yeah, after this episode, we will be halfway through the season, which is crazy, actually.
So crazy. We've been like kind of doing this. We've been recording for like 3 months, right? We've been doing this for what? Workshopping this for like 6 months.
Yeah.
We're doing great.
Yeah, I think that the first like couple episodes just felt like a grueling process for me because I literally had no idea how to edit.
Yeah, I emotionally understand that. I got a lot of text during that time.
Yeah.
But now we've gotten the swing of things. This will be easy peasy.
Yeah. It's been really, I mean, one of my friends who started a podcast shortly after we did was like asking me for tips and stuff. And I was like, oh, girl.
Look at you.
I got you.
You're like, I'm a hacker queen. I can do it.
Enhance.
Yeah, literally enhance. Yeah. You're great at it.
Totally. I know a bitch can zoom. Let me tell you that.
A bitch can zoom.
Yeah. What's been going on with you? I asked Maggie that as if we don't literally text every single day.
As if I haven't talked to you all day. My deepest, darkest secrets and disappointments. Trenches is the best I can say, to be honest.
How about you tell us how your trip was?
Oh, yeah, good idea.
Yeah. Maggie did not follow her intention, which was to not burn. A bitch burned.
No, I barely burned.
But you burned still.
No, but it was from one day and it was faded by the time we were on our way back to Chicago. So it doesn't even count as like a burn.
Great.
It was just agitated skin. That's all.
It was just a rash.
A little bit of an agitation, but it's fine. It was great. It was so fun. I haven't really gotten to like have that much one-on-one time lately because life's been so busy with my niece and nephew and some of my family. So it was nice to just have all of that. My sister Danielle, shout out Danielle, is like she is a driver queen. She drove basically the whole way there and the whole way back.
That's crazy.
I know. And she's pregnant. Oh no, people know that. Okay. I'm like, yeah, she's like very pregnant. Okay. But yeah, she was like, she said that it was easier for her to drive just like because she's locked in and not feeling about how her body feels. And I fucking hate driving. So I was like, amazing. I
hate driving.
I gave like a little bit of help. I gave more help on the drive down. The drive back, I was not doing well.
You were so tired.
I was so tired because my nephew had a 2 a.m. wake up and I was not doing well. And those kids were one was asleep and one was awake and they were always crying. So like, I just never really got a chance to close my eyes. So I'm very grateful for my sister getting us home safe.
Yes.
But yeah, it was lots of fun. I love Destin. It's been like a really, really long time since I've been there. So it was a good time.
I've never been to that part of Florida.
It's beautiful. The water's really, really nice.
I know.
It's very like hippy dippy, which I love. And yeah, it's very chill. It's very different than like South Florida beaches.
Yeah.
It's super, super relaxed. Feels very foresty.
That's nice.
Yeah.
A lot of CO2 cleansing in the air.
Yeah, really huffing that tree air.
Yeah.
How have you been? What's new on your block?
My intention our last time was to regulate my nervous system, and I think that maybe I did a little bit, but not because of my own doing. I literally just, I don't know, maybe a little bit of my own doing. I've been having a lot of conversations with myself in my head.
Okay. Please tell.
Just like mentally preparing myself for some conversations that had to be had with just like work grown-up
Hmm.
stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I think maybe like running through scenarios in my head and then like using what I learned in therapy to navigate through those conversations
Yeah.
really helped. And it ended up helping me a lot when I ended up having this ominous conversation I'm talking about.
Yay. Yeah, you were great. And you just like you spoke up and that's great.
Yeah.
Just to feel like you actually said something. I
Yeah,
feel like a
because the
lot of
first
times
time
I
I
just
didn't.
yeah, I just get like
Yeah.
really stuck sometimes.
Yeah.
Um,
And I was like feeling angry, but also not at the same time earlier this week. And I think that's like peace. I literally have never felt that
I
way before,
think
ever.
that's what, yeah, oh my God, I thought I found peace the other night. I was like smoking marijuana in the backyard and just like it was a Friday night and it was like nice out, but it wasn't too hot or too cold. I'm wearing a
Hmm.
sweater. I am just sitting outside with my headphones on, crying to Party for You by Charlie XCX. And just sitting looking at the sunset. And I was like, wow. And eventually my tears just stopped and I felt like, wow, this is like
Yeah.
what peace is. And I think the next morning I texted you and I was like, I found peace. Um, and then unfortunately that was substance. That was some substance inflicted peace.
Yeah.
It was not lasting.
SIP.
Yeah.
You had an
Hmm.
SIP.
Yeah, I had an SIP moment.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. But either way, I didn't feel dead inside. And
Oh,
I didn't
nice.
feel like that first go around was like so tough and I was like so emotionally exhausted for so long. And I sent so many voice notes that week. Like I haven't sent a voice note this week.
Oh my
So
God.
yeah,
I
I'm
miss
feeling
your
a little bit
voice
better.
though.
Here we are. That's why we started the podcast. So yeah, I think I'm doing better. Always room for improvement, but
Always room.
for the time being, yeah. I came home today from work and I packed my lunch and made banana bread all before 7 p.m.
Oh
and
my
showered.
God. Look at
Yeah.
you.
So
You know
I'm
what
really
I
trying
did
to set
today?
myself up for success tomorrow. But I did burn the banana bread, but it's for my
That's
office.
okay. Who
So
cares? Oh,
I don't.
it's fine.
Yeah.
Um, no, when I like got home 45 minutes ago.
Oh my God.
Um, yeah, because I was like trying to get in from the city to my place and it was
Mm-hmm.
just like hella traffic or from the
Yeah.
city to my place.
Uh-huh.
It was just terrible traffic. So then I got Wendy's on the way because I was just like very emotional and needed fries and I hadn't eaten all day.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I got home and my grandma was like, "Oh, here's some like stuffed peppers." So then I just like also ate a stuffed pepper because I was
Amazing.
like, I feel
Okay,
like I
well-balanced
must.
meal.
I know. I was
You
like,
had a
"Oh,
carb, a protein,
yeah." I
a
mean, a stuffed
fiber.
pepper is literally just like a meatball in a green bell pepper. So I don't know how balanced
It's
that
literally
is.
like a themed dish. Like it's like a Halloween
Yeah.
dish.
It is. It's
It
it's
looks like
like
a pumpkin.
it's one of those dishes from like the 50s that like somehow survived, I
Yeah.
feel.
Yeah, because I feel like probably growing bell peppers like isn't hard. So it was like a Great Depression era meal. Like
Yeah, yeah. The depression was like a little earlier, but yeah, yeah, yeah.
what did I say?
It was
I didn't
I
say a
said
year.
50s.
Oh. I was like, I
It's
don't know when the
okay.
Great Depression was, the 20s. I don't fucking know.
Okay, fair enough, fair
Yeah,
enough, fair
yeah.
enough.
I don't know. I do know what happened in 1920. The women got the right to vote, and that's all I care about. So,
Oh my God, you're so right. What I was gonna say, wasn't that 1919? No, I think you're right. Maybe alcohol was about this doesn't matter. I don't know. I think in my head I'm always like, oh, it's not 1920 because that's the good number, and I feel like it's like an odd number.
oh, maybe, you might be right. But maybe alcohol was abolished in 1919, then people sobered up and realized that women do actually matter.
Yeah, I think you're right. Hold on, let's like
Yeah,
live fact check.
yeah, live fact check.
Um, when did women get the right to vote in America? Oh my God, you're so right. I'm so sorry.
Yay! I
I
know
was hopeful
things.
that it was like even earlier.
No, unfortunately not. Yeah. No, unfortunately not. Um, Speaking of emotional regulation, the new trailer for Miami dropped today.
It did. It did. She did come out.
What are your thoughts? I like purposely didn't ask you what you thought because I wanted to wait for
Okay.
that.
So I only watched it one time through.
Okay, me too.
But my thoughts are I have a really hard time feeling bad for Alexia.
So hard.
I'm not a fan of Alexia, so I really don't like I I don't care. I don't
Hmm.
care that this guy who clearly was so gross and I didn't like anyway is like leaving you.
Yeah.
Because it's not like she needs him anyway, like financially. So I'm kind of
Yeah.
like, it's not like she's losing anything.
Yeah.
Um, I can't stand Marisol, never have liked her, especially haven't liked her in the last couple years because it's like the casual alcoholism jokes that I just like they don't hit with me. And I get it's like that generation to like be like, haha, it's so funny that I'm having my like what does she call it? Like her juice or something like that in like the Starbucks Trenta style cup all the
Yeah.
time.
What does she
Has
call
a
it?
word for it. I can't remember, but it's just like,
Cockies.
yeah. She's always like, "Oh, I want my cockies. Who wants cockies?" And I'm just like, I don't know. I just like it's just not a humor that I jive
Yeah.
with. Um, and she's still not a full-time housewife, so I'm like, why are we giving her so much screen time?
I can't believe she's not a full-time cast member.
Well, so then
She
she's
is the
not.
most like avid friend of I've ever seen. Next to like
Yeah.
Jennifer Tilly.
Well, and then the money that she's making so much less money than the other girls, so it's like she's just in it for the love of the game,
Yeah.
I guess. But yeah, I can't stand her. Um, I'm sad Nicole's gone
I
because I
know.
do love her and I love her and Gertie. I think she's like a great friend.
Yeah.
Um, I hope Kiki gets more of a role.
Yeah. She said it during BravoCon or something that like it was gonna be a lot more of like her life with her kids, which I
Oh,
thought was
great.
cool.
I can't
Yeah.
wait for that. Yeah, no, because I
Yeah.
love Kiki.
Me too.
Um, I'll be sad that Julia and Gertie aren't jiving right now because
Yeah.
I do like them. And then
I
oh
feel
my
like
God,
that's just like a teaser conflict.
I hope it's not real.
Yeah.
Adriana, I literally couldn't care less about
Like I'm
ever.
so tired of
You could not care.
her.
I do not care about that failed pop star career.
Same.
Um, there's a new girl, and then there's Larsa. And Larsa and fucking Marcus Jordan, again, don't
Split.
care. I don't care at all. And then I don't know anything about their stuff, but she's talking about like the text and everything, and I'm just like,
I
I
don't
don't know. I
care.
just
I
don't
just don't
care. It
care.
always seemed like a gross relationship.
Yeah.
Because I especially when you have like kids, I just like wouldn't be that way on
Yeah.
TV. I feel like
Yeah.
it was just kind of,
I just think she literally has not a single ounce of shame in her body.
yeah,
It bothers me that she's on the in front and center in the cast cover photo. Like that
yeah.
bothers me because of literally how terrible she was to Gertie when she told her that she had cancer last season and
She was
continued to be
awful. And she's also
awful.
not interesting. Like she doesn't show anything about her real life other than this fucking 30-year-old guy that she's dating and like, for 2 seconds then is like this is gonna be the person
And
I'm gonna be with for the
her
rest of my
dog
life.
collar company.
Yeah, I don't care. I
Yeah.
I do not care at all.
There
And
are
she's
so
gonna
many more
continue
interesting people in Miami that could have been picked.
so many more
Like
interesting.
I'm disappointed that she's back. I mean, obviously we're talking about her, so that means that people do care about her. Like
Yeah.
I get the appeal of the mess of it all, but
Yeah.
I'm
I get
excited
the
to meet
hate
the new
watch.
girl. Yeah, I get the
Hmm.
hate watch for sure.
Anyone
Um,
that's playing take on Alexia, I just like I
yeah,
can't believe Alexia's still on the show, to be
I
honest. I
know.
don't find her entertaining at all.
Well, and there's like I don't know if you saw the pictures of her and Todd like splish splashing around on the
Oh
beach.
no, I didn't. Of
Yeah,
course.
of
Yeah, so then it's
course.
like, well then that's
No,
annoying
you know
too.
what though?
Not to
I
say,
did look up the divorce filing and it is very real.
okay.
Like it's
Okay.
real. It is
All
very
right.
real. I haven't looked it up since they announced, and maybe I'll look it up after this, after we're done
Yeah.
recording, and we can look together. But it was very real.
Yeah. I mean, and not to say like just because on a TV show you
Right.
say you're not together, you have to like continue the bit. But it's just like, I don't know.
It's
It
not like
it falls flat.
coincidental that the trailer came out and then it's like boom, photos of them on the beach.
Yeah, and it doesn't make me feel bad for you at like
No.
okay, any sympathy, all your tears are like okay, so
Yeah.
like y'all are
You're
staying
a grown
together.
woman. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. But I am excited. I always love Miami.
Love
They're
Miami.
they're almost like they're it's like watching parody of Real Housewives
Hmm.
sometimes because it's so orchestrated.
Yeah.
Um, but it's still really good. I am gonna miss Nicole just also because she had like real money.
Yeah.
a lot of those ladies don't have real money, or they
Yeah.
have money, but it's like Miami, so like
Right.
it's expensive. It only goes so far.
Right.
More money than I have for sure, but yeah, that's my deconstruction of the trailer.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. And June's right around the corner. So I think New York, I'm excited for the next season of New York
I
without
didn't
Bryn.
love this past
I
season.
didn't either, but I think there's potential.
Yeah, I think there is.
Yeah.
I
I
just
think
need them to
without
stop
Bryn, it'll
doing.
be good.
I don't think it was even just Brent. It was
I'm
all of
over
them.
kind of Psy too. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know.
I didn't love it just because, I mean, regardless of the woman, I just didn't like how all of their drama is happening off camera.
Oh, that's
They're like
so
all
annoying.
of their shit, anything on camera is them talking about stuff that happened off camera,
Yeah.
and that's just annoying. Like
Yeah.
as a viewer, like now I'm just hearing regurgitated information.
Right.
It's not interesting. And the big thing being, I couldn't even stand Aaron. After Aaron pulled that fucking like prank with
With
Rebecca
Rebecca
Minkoff,
Minkoff.
I
Yeah.
was like, well, I don't really give a fuck
And
about
then they don't
this.
even like each other at the end at the
Yeah.
reunion. Like,
No,
so weird.
I don't think I liked anybody. I didn't even really like
Uba,
well, Uba is just kind of cuckoo bananas.
she's a mess.
She's not my personality type, like not a
When the
type.
fuck is Dubai coming back? We haven't heard
No,
even
it
a
was
whit.
canceled.
What?
Dubai was canceled. Alert, alert, Dubai was canceled.
Are you serious? Wait,
Yeah.
Maggie. No
No, it was
way.
canceled. And Uba is Chanel's
Cousin. That's
cousin,
why
but
I
for
was
some
like,
reason, and they have such similar personalities, but for some reason Chanel's
no.
personality, yeah.
Oh my God, I needed the resolution between Lisa and Chanel. I'm so upset.
Ayan, was Chanel Ayan? That's her name. I'm like, everyone calls her Ayan. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Breaking
no, so
news.
she, yeah, that was canceled. And which is upsetting because I feel like her personality works on that show for some
Yeah.
reason. I don't know why on Dubai, it's just like
Well, and I like that
the
new girl that,
eccentricity works
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
No,
Damn,
I
that
like the new
sucks.
girl too. She
Yeah.
was great. I thought it was interesting. I mean, putting aside Dubai politically and like everything, every
Yeah.
fucked up thing about the
Yeah.
UAE. It was a good show.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
but yeah, no, I don't like
Damn.
Uba that much.
Neither.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
There's a
guess
lot
you're
of shows that I think just need to like be restructured. Like Salt Lake City is one of the only ones where I'm like banger after banger, you know?
I missed
Like
that one.
that one is so good. New Jersey was getting dark
New Jersey was
in the
getting
last
dark.
like really dark, like they had to end the season early. Okay, I've literally ranted about every single franchise now.
That's
That's
good.
good right now. I
Yeah.
like it. I like the new
No, I'm
the
trying to watch it from the beginning.
oh
Yeah.
good. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
good, Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah. The current season I like. I didn't like the last couple of seasons. I felt like
Yeah.
they were kind of dud, so they did well, I think, with their new casting.
Yeah, I do remember
Um,
you saying that.
minus the whole Kenya, and I've just like tangented for so long. I apologize.
Riff, baby, riff.
Yeah, I could go off about it for a while, as you know,
Yeah, but that's why we do this.
as I just did.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, shall we get into episode 4? I am so excited for this
Wait, we like
episode.
literally never set our intentions.
Oh my God. Ever. I always forget about our intentions. Okay, what is your intention for this week, Maggie?
Okay, so my intention for the week is to get myself a sweet treat as often as possible.
Amazing.
I've been really in the dumps lately, and a sweet treat helps me get to the next day. And I've been working out, so I'm like, I
Yeah, you
deserve
have.
another sweet treat for myself, because I'm taking out my stress and like or letting out my stress in a very healthy manner. So I
Yeah,
deserve a treat as well. So that's my intention to get myself
that's
more
really
sweet
good.
treats. Yeah.
That's really good. I like that a lot.
What about you, Selma? What's your intention?
I think I need to have some alone time and just be alone with my thoughts for a little bit. So I'm gonna take myself out to dinner, I think, this weekend.
Oh, I like that. I was gonna say, okay, have a good night. I'll go.
Yeah.
No, that's great. I love that. Do you
Yeah.
know where you're going?
There's this place that I love that I found when Brenda came to visit us, and it's so good. and I
Nice.
might go there this weekend, but I think Kevin would be at FOMO if he didn't get to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like I might like Uber there and like have drinks. Like I
Do
really
it.
want to just like
Yeah.
have a night to
Have a
myself.
night. I love that. That's a great idea.
Yeah. So that's my intention. Thanks
I
for
love it.
asking.
Of course.
Yeah.
Ready
Okay.
to hop into this next episode?
Episode 4. Let's do it, baby.
Meow, 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 meow. All right, what's this one called, Selma?
Black and white and read all over. Because we
Read.
get the book.
Oh, why in my head was I like
Read.
R-E-D, like reeds.
Oh, like a saxophone read?
Like I was thinking like the plant or whatever, like reeds in the grass or something. I don't know.
Oh my God. No.
Okay.
R-E-A-D.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah.
Like reading a book. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much for the clarification.
No worries, anytime. This episode is jam-packed. I said that about the last episode I did, and I'm gonna say it about every single episode
Yeah.
because they were feeding us, like I said, this
Yeah.
first season. We have a cold open to this episode of Jackie. I'm gonna refer to her as Jackie because in my notes I change, and I think it can be confusing if this is your first time listening.
Probably, yes.
So Jacqueline Larita is Jackie
Okay.
from this point on.
Okay.
Jackie, Danielle, and Teresa walk into a restaurant. Cameras are there waiting for them to walk in right after shopping. And Danielle starts telling them that her friend Karen told her that there have been some rumors going around Franklin Lakes that she sleeps with married men and that a trainer came to her house who she allegedly offered to pay with sex for her PT session. She says she would never look at a married man, which I disprove later, nor would she chase somebody down who makes $25K a year. Oh. But she says it in the thickest New Jersey accent ever.
Wait, I'm gonna try to do that. What would chase try someone down for coffee, water, coffee. I wouldn't chase someone down with a 25,000.
Peaky Blinders crossover.
What the fuck was I doing? 25.
But she's like 25,000. I can't even do it.
No, I need to see it.
Yeah, you have to go watch the episode.
25,000.
Thousand.
Fuck.
She says she owes more than that to Neiman Marcus right now. She would even which is a red flag. But again, remember, recession.
An interesting
flex.
I won't chase him. Man, making $25,000.
$25,000.
But I literally owe that much at Neiman.
Yeah. Girl, it sounds like you do need 25,000.
Yeah. Girl, take that 25 where you can get it. Like,
wait, anybody who's listening to this, please send us a video of you trying to say 25,000 in your best New Jersey accent. DM it to us on at Real Girls of Gabbing on Insta. Please, we need to hear it.
I am trying to.
We'll play our favorite one the next episode.
Garbage, 25,000.
Why do you keep sounding like a Peaky Blinders character? I don't know what's happening to you.
25,000. Okay, I can't do it. Jersey City.
25. I can't. We need our fans to lock into this one.
We do. My sister does a very good Jersey accent. She could do it.
Yeah, tell her to DM us.
I will.
Jackie says as long as Danielle is not an endangerment to her husband, her or her kids, she doesn't really give a shit about what she does in her free time. Love that. Jackie confirms that she has heard these rumors, and Danielle started to get pissed off, like actively pissed off for good reason. Because like this is shitty to hear about yourself. And she says she wants Jackie in the future to bring these rumors, bring them to me. Bring him to the table.
Bring him to me. No.
But she also wants her to help her track down the people who are spreading the rumors, which is, again, PI work. Jackie said to the group that she has no idea who's perpetuating these rumors, which obviously we find out later is a lie.
Yeah.
During this entire conversation, what stood out to me the most is that Teresa didn't say one word. Not one word.
Not a peep.
Not even a single peep. Danielle tells Jackie that she's super, super passionate about her. And we cut to Teresa saying that when Danielle becomes your friend, she gets very attached. And Teresa says this makes her want to take a step back. Which, valid.
You know what, Selma? I'm very, very passionate about you.
Give it to me, baby.
Yeah, there you go.
I want it.
No step
Um,
back.
no, you literally are not allowed to step back. Danielle says that she has told Jackie about her past, but has not gotten into specifics. So we kind of see that their friendship is obviously strong, and Danielle does feel comfortable sharing these like creepy, lurky secrets from her past, but Jackie doesn't
Hmm.
really know the full extent of it. That's the end of
Okay.
the lunch. They cheers. Life goes on.
Okay.
Our
And
next
to
scene.
remind the viewer or the listener, the last episode ended with Caroline Manzo being like, dun dun dun, I'm gonna look into this. I'm gonna figure out the truth. So this is all very ominous that that's like a first scene.
That's what I'm saying. It was a very cold open.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Second act, we see Dina. And if you guys remember from last episode, she was getting really nervous about Lexi leaving for Cyprus. So she's helping her pack for Cyprus in this episode. And like we confirmed last week, Lexi's dad is Greek. So
Hmm.
that's why they're going to Cyprus for 2 weeks. When I tell you the amount of clothes that are in this child's closet is more than the clothes that I've had in my entire life. She had so many articles of clothing.
She's going for a week,
Two.
2 weeks.
But she's just sorting through her clothes. Dina does not let her take that
Okay.
much stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Caroline, we see like a little thing of Caroline being like, they're gonna have to sedate Dina because she's so sad that Lexi's leaving because this is her first
Aw,
time being away from her, which is so sad.
that is sad.
What's so funny though to me in this scene is as Lexi's packing, Dina hands her a brownstone shirt. Like, and they're talking about what Lexi's gonna wear for pajamas, and Lexi goes, "How is a brownstone shirt not pajamas? Do you want me to wear that in public? I don't think so."
She's correct about that
Yeah.
one. That is
And it's
funny.
so cute because all of Lexi's luggage is leopard print. All of it.
Aw,
It's so cute.
that's so cute. No, that's funny. I mean, her stepdad is like owns for the brownstone a little bit too at the time, right? So
Oh, right. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's like yeah, it's a whole family thing. So
Yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah.
She's allowed to talk shit about her own business.
She is a minority stakeholder at this time. We go to Jackie now, who is trying to arrange another play date like she was in the last episode that you
Oh,
recap
that was
for us.
interrupted.
Yes, several times. So Teresa goes to see Jackie. Teresa says that she's been wanting to take dancing lessons because Dancing with the Stars had started during this time.
Okay.
Joe, which it hadn't. It had started 3 years prior. So maybe they
Okay.
just, yeah. Joe's been really into Dancing with the Stars and he wants to take a salsa and merengue class.
I love that for Joe Giudice.
I
That's
think
so
he just
funny.
was busy defrauding the US government that it took him some time to start watching,
Yeah, and he was like
3 years
dance
after.
break. Yeah, that's so funny.
Teresa says she'll call Caroline to invite her, and she wants Jackie to call Danielle to invite her because she doesn't want to make the phone call. Jackie tells the viewers that she's starting to get a lot of pressure from her family to end her friendship with Danielle, which is like, in this moment, you think that it's weird. As the season goes on, you realize that they really were actually looking out for her.
Yeah,
It's weird though telling a full-grown adult who they shouldn't hang out with. Like that's kind of insulting to
right.
the person because then you're basically saying that that person doesn't have the autonomy to figure it out themselves.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Caroline says that Jackie does have a tremendous heart, but sometimes you have to use your head and not your heart. And she's right. But still.
That's true. That's true. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
We're at the dance class. I want our listeners to understand that when I say these things, these are quotes. Okay?
Oh, I know what happens here. Yeah.
Joe walks into the class and he says, "This is the gayest thing I ever did." Surprise, he is homophobic.
Motherfucker, this was your idea. You're a
Yeah.
big Dancing with the Stars fan. Why are we being homophobic now?
Well, also, straight people dance. Like,
Also, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, also talk to the Dancing with the Stars cast because they're sleeping with Mauricio Umansky and each other. Okay, they're all fucking each other. There is no gender in that arena. They're just happy to fuck.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Not even the worst thing he says this entire time. They show a dance instructor, like at the front desk, named Alexander Chermikovsky, who is the dad of Valentine and Max.
I was gonna say, okay,
Yes.
yeah.
I had to do some digging because they put his name wrong in the
Oh.
episode, so I had to do some digging. both of which are dance instructors on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
Max still is. Valentine isn't. I think a couple seasons ago was his last one, but
Is one of them married to
Jenna.
a Bella? Like one of the
Jenna.
Bella sisters?
No, 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 no.
No?
No.
Okay. It was a different
Max is
Dancing with the
married to, I
Stardust.
think her name is Jenna, and she won last season with Joey.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Um, they are from the former USSR.
Oh,
Twins.
look at them.
So the original dance pairings are
Sorry. Twins.
the original dance pairings are Joe with Danielle. Wild.
Wah wah.
Teresa with Albie. Lauren with another man's brother who I couldn't remember. What's the other
Christopher.
Christopher. And Ashley with some random Italian man.
Wait, where's Teresa?
Teresa's with Albie.
Oh, you said no.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Why aren't Joe and Teresa together?
They want to switch it up, I guess. I don't know.
All right. Keeping it spicy.
Yeah. Caroline says, Caroline, don't dance. And she's so annoying. Like, she's just such a party
wet
pooper.
blanket. Yeah.
And, I think that in the last episode, she did kind of say, like, she feels kind of out of place when she is, like, with all the girls because she's older. But no offense, like, that's her own insecurity. Like, just go fucking do the dance class.
Just
like,
go have fun. People would love it. I
Yeah.
think she's just very, very serious.
So serious.
And it's just like, then why'd you even come?
Yeah.
Stay home.
Because she's on Hate Watch. Like we
Yeah.
are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. Part of the crew.
Exactly. For those of you who are listening and not watching, Maggie just held up the Black Lives Matter fist. Standing in solidarity with the Hate Watch. Jackie says they were all having a lot of fun. Nobody was being serious except for Danielle. And Danielle is like sauntering across the dance floor and starts talking about her professional background in dance. Exotic dance, Danielle is making super intense eye contact with the dance instructor, and Jackie clocks this immediately. Caroline says that Danielle is taking it too seriously and says, congratulations, you know how to dance. But that's honestly kind of giving like loser and hater. Like, you're just mad that she's dancing, having fun, and you're not.
Yeah, just have fun.
Yeah. Danielle goes into a standing split.
Yeah.
Which is so funny in a room full of people.
That where you're supposed to be dancing with a partner? What are you doing? What are you doing? Did she say that she was an exotic dancer, or does she just say I was a professional dancer?
She says to Teresa that she used to do exotic dancing.
Okay, so she says it.
But she doesn't say exotic dancing in this episode. In this scene.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Danielle is then paired with Albie, who's like very obviously uncomfortable, and she places his hands on her hips and tells him to feel her hips. Joe's literally like eyes glued on that.
Yeah.
They call her Cha-Cha the goldfish because of her serious face while dancing.
What?
And that's like honestly kind of a read.
That's so funny. Wait, who's they? Did Joe come
Everyone.
up
I don't know. They.
I
don't know.
Cha-Cha the goldfish. All right. Okay.
They should have called this episode Cha-Cha the goldfish.
They should have. They should have. My next dog, I'm naming Cha-Cha the goldfish. Oh, we should get a fish.
We should. An RGOG fish.
Mm-hmm.
Joe's then paired with Danielle. They do a bunch of switches here, whom he literally will not make eye contact with. Like, and his hands are like middle school level dance. Joe says the dance instructor is so gay, and Teresa says that gay is Joe's favorite word. Danielle does not like this at all, and she says that Joe decided to continuously say gay slurs, which upsets her.
Yeah.
Joe then says, "Come on, gay lord," about the dance instructor. No, like, if we had $5 for every time you said gay in this episode, we'd have like $800. And Danielle tells him to stop, which he says to her, "Be quiet." And then Danielle responds, "Don't tell me to be quiet. I'm not your wife." Joe then says, "She better make like she don't know me."
I can hear it in his voice. She better make like she don't know me. That's insane. And also it is 2009, and like, so that sounds like my elementary/middle school hallway.
Right.
The number of times that would get, but it's meant like very derogatory. When he says that, it's like not like the use of the word gay today. It's like by like it, he means it as
no,
like,
he means it mean
slur.
Yeah. Teresa says this is the last straw. Danielle telling him to be quiet, and that
Also,
nobody
wait,
disrespects her husband. Yeah.
like, what the fuck, Teresa? But also, Teresa doesn't know how to make a decision that isn't in support of Joe. Like,
No.
she literally went to prison for it. So what
Yeah.
am I expecting?
We end that terrible dance class and go see Dina, who is having a going away party for Lexi at Caroline's house. Teresa brings her three daughters to the party.
Orders.
And Caroline says Teresa's daughters have oversized eyes, oversized smiles, and oversized personalities, but does say that they are too cute for words, which is crazy because she just literally used so many words.
She was just so rude.
It's so rude. There's a bunch of food there. They're all just like gabbing with the girls. And you know who we see for the first time? Dolores.
We see Dolores
Yes.
Catania or Catania.
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 Catania. Dolores Catania.
Yeah, she looks so cute and young, and her little like nameplate thing says that she is Dina's friend, which is so
Okay.
cute. For
That
those
is
of you
cute.
who have not ever seen Housewives before, Dolores becomes like a really staple
Yeah.
cast member, and she was on The Traitors.
I love Dolo.
Me too. I mean, she's done some questionable stuff, but I love her.
She has.
Yeah.
I love her for her loyalty.
Yes.
Yeah.
They all start talking about the dance class, and Albie says the teachers were really cool, but he is terrified of Danielle.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, that's valid.
Because
Dina
he's
says,
like what? He's probably like 21,
yeah, no, maybe like
22?
22. Yeah, super
Like-
early 20s.
but I mean, she went to a 26-year-old. She would eat him alive.
100%, which Dina says. She says that it wouldn't be that big of a stretch for Danielle to be into Albie since she does have a 25-year-old boyfriend, Steve. She refers to him as 25, but whatever.
We keep
Pish
rounding
posh.
down.
Pish posh.
He's fucking 53.
Caroline does say that like she was like watching Danielle the entire time to make sure she didn't pull anything at the dance class on Albie, and it's like, please shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Yeah, he's also an adult.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like,
we see Jackie for the second time this episode, no, the third time this episode, and she's at a doctor's appointment with Chris for their fertility. They're both doing chromosome testing, and both test results came back great, which is so fun and so happy for her because I know that probably was like really stressful for them at this time.
mhm.
The doctor says that her infertility issues are likely due to age, which is super annoying because like I
She's
get
like
it.
38.
Right. As you get older, it obviously becomes harder to
Yeah.
get pregnant, but like she's had 4 miscarriages. I feel
Yeah.
like we need to maybe dig into this a little fucking deeper. Like,
Yeah.
this is again my issue with male doctors is like, oh, you're just old.
Yeah.
Like, he literally said to her, we cannot figure out what's wrong with you. It's like, are you even
yeah,
trying?
you can.
Are you
You
even
actually
trying?
can. Right. Because the issues, I mean, again, frankly, I don't know anything about this.
Yeah.
But you can get pregnant. It's a matter of like keeping the baby.
Right.
That's the issue.
Right.
And I feel like there should be some sort of
No, I'm
expert.
sure there was, but because it's a fucking male doctor, like, not all male doctors are bad, but I'm just saying, like, God, this is so. I wasn't surprised that the guy had no answers for her.
That's also just like so defeating. It's not helpful
Right.
at all.
What
She's
is she
only
supposed to do with
38.
that?
She's not even that old, frankly. I mean,
No.
obviously, I don't think 38 is old, but like old for pregnancy.
Right. Yeah.
It's
No,
just
my
like-
mom had Amina when she was like around that age, and
Yeah.
Amina's a fucking genius.
Well, and then like now there's housewives who are like Bose. This fucking
Yeah.
season was like, I'm thinking about getting pregnant, which like she has like a lot of money, so it's different. Like her
Yeah.
access to doctors is probably
Yeah.
different. But I mean, she's like in her 50s. She's
And
gonna
she had
do
the
like
really
IVF
traumatic
and-
birth.
right, and it's
Yeah.
like she still had eggs. Like there is a possibility,
Yeah.
and I'm sure like being negative like that doesn't help Jacqueline with her like
Right. Her issues.
confidence and like ability,
Yeah.
like wanting to get pregnant. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
probably just worsens it. That sucks.
Yeah. And Jackie jokes and says she's going to get plastic surgery on her eggs to make them look more appealing, which is
Oh,
so sad. I
that's
know.
so sad.
It's really sad.
Honestly, it's probably not her. I feel like
No,
I mean,
it's
again, I don't know
not.
anything,
People
but, like-
forget that like the guy also has to be
Yeah,
healthy.
like King Henry VIII was always blaming his wives, and it was like you weren't having any boys because of your swimmers, sir. Like you provide that chromosome. Sorry, I'm going on my King Henry VIII rant. You know, fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
It's super uncontroversial.
Yeah,
I
fuck
think.
that guy. The 8th,
Um,
terrible. 9th,
the eighth.
love him.
I don't think there was a
I have no,
Was
I'm Maggie.
there
I don't
might
even
have
know when the depression was.
That's okay. I don't need to those are the videos I fall asleep to
I know
at
it. I know they are.
night. Yeah, so all's to say that men can actually be the problem with
Yeah,
fertility issues a lot of the time. So I'm sure that this doctor wasn't looking at both.
100%. Other than the chromosome testing, yeah.
Yeah, right.
We go back to Dina, who is saying bye to Lexi, who says to her mom, Dina's literally sobbing. It's really sad.
Oh.
But Lexi says to her, I'm going on vacation. I'm not going to prison. And Dina says she'd preferred it if Lexi were going to prison because at least she'd know Lexi wasn't drowning. Terrorists can't get to her and she wouldn't get lost. And then she says she tells her not to go to any water parks in Cyprus. And Lexi's like, there's no fucking water parks in Cyprus. And Dina's like, remember your cousin got syphilis in the water park. And
Syphilis? Water
Lexi's like, no, she did not.
She
like,
did not. That was not her story. Also, who's getting syphilis nowadays? What the fuck?
Literally prehistoric STD.
Like,
Prehistoric.
okay. No, that's so funny. But also, in defense of Dina in this moment, she grew up in the Cyprus war era. So her memory of that area must be
She's not from
mostly-
there.
Yeah, but no, but I'm saying like her memory must be like from the news.
Oh,
and, like,
right.
what was said about Cyprus at
Okay,
the
she was not
time.
watching the news. She was washing laundry for 11 people. Come on.
Okay, but you know what? In defense of Dina, maybe that's why she's being irrational.
No,
She's
you're
being,
right. You're right. You're right.
being
You're right.
caring.
You're right.
But yeah, Lexi's correct.
Yeah, she's correct. Unless one of our listeners has gotten syphilis from a water park, please write in. We would love to hear your story.
We would.
We will keep you
I'll be
anonymous.
receptive, I promise.
Yeah, no, we love talking
I
about
won't
STDs.
make fun of you.
No, not at all. We go back to Danielle, who's making pizza with Jillian and Christine.
Mhm.
Jillian and Christine are running around with literally a premature puppy. Like, they have to pick it up off the ground because it can't walk.
Oh.
I mean, it might have walked, but maybe they didn't give it a chance to walk, but it was so small.
Okay.
Danielle says that outside of her daughters, she doesn't know who her real friends are these days. I mean, that's sad.
It is sad. That's
Sad.
I mean, I think Danielle's very isolated. I do think
A lot of it, though, is we find out later in this
self-inflicted
episode,
for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
Danielle did say that she called Teresa after the dance class and apologized if anything was misunderstood. And she says Teresa hung up on her. Typical. Danielle says that Teresa is Dina-fied and doesn't think Teresa can think for herself. Danielle says at one point she wanted their loyalty, friendship, and respect. Now she
Teresa
wants
was
nothing.
like, Danielle's not homophobic. I can't be friends with her.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
What are those morals?
We are back to Dina, who is with Caroline, and they are at, I think, Dina's house. Yeah, because it was after Lexi had left, to go and talk about Danielle because something new has come up.
Ooh.
Caroline says they weren't investigating her, which is a lie because she literally ended the last episode by saying she's going to open an investigation.
Right.
And that this information just fell into their laps. To be fair, though, sometimes information does fall into my lap and I literally don't want it. I have had a lot of information fall into my lap these last 2 weeks and I did not ask for any of it.
It's less fell into your lap as thrusted upon you. You know, I feel like that's more the case. Like people are just looking to share. Caroline was receptive to this information. Sometimes people might tell you something because they're like,
she
okay,
wanted
this
it.
is gonna
She
be
wanted it
safe.
so bad.
Right.
You know, when she heard this info, she was fucking foaming at the mouth.
She probably overheard somebody be like, hey,
Yeah.
I heard that there was this thing about Danielle, and she was like, gimme. Like,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
probably what it was.
We see Teresa, who says that Danielle is a piece of garbage. That's
Piece
the
of
first
garbage.
garbage
She's
we hear
garbage.
from Teresa. We are introduced to the book, Cop Without a Badge.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. Dina, Jacqueline, and Caroline were together when they found out about the book. You know, that fell into their laps.
Mm-hmm.
Caroline says she found the book at the library. Another shout out to public libraries.
There we
love
go. You can get everything there.
Literally so many things. They read it together as a group, Caroline and Jackie, and then they told Teresa about it. And I'm just wondering if they sat there and read it popcorn style,
literally,
or
I was
like
thinking they sat in a circle and they handed it off.
yeah.
You could not pay me money to hear Teresa read a book. I think I'd have to leave the room.
Yeah. And what's crazier is that this book was written in 1996, and they're just not hearing about it literally, what, 4, 9, 13 years later. This is the book that literally sets the tone for the rest of the season. It was written by this guy. I think it was an FBI agent, but it's written about Danielle's ex-husband, Kevin Mayer, who was a car thief turned informant for the FBI. Danielle is referred to as Beverly in this book, Beverly Merrill.
Yeah.
And in 1984, Kevin goes down to Miami to meet with a Colombian coke dealer he knows, which is also where he meets Beverly, or as we know her, Danielle, who is out on parole at this time. Why was she on parole, you may ask? She was previously busted for extortion, kidnapping, and possession of cocaine. She and a drug dealer had kidnapped a rich kid from Buffalo that owed them money and held him for 3 days without food or water. They beat the shit out of him before they made him call his dad to send the money to a Western Union.
What?
When they went to the Western Union, the FBI showed up and arrested Beverly and Kevin. You're probably thinking she had to have gone to prison for this, right? No. A bitch flipped and got a deal. She was charged with 1 felony count and was convicted of extortion and was sentenced to a drug treatment and weekly urinalysis test for 6 months. 2 years after her conviction, her substance abuse counselor recommended her drug aftercare program be extended, considering the severity of her drug history and former drug lifestyle. Yeah.
So when was this? So the book came out
1984.
in 1996.
She was 22.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, you know
No
what?
offense.
For a 22-year-old, I support her just like flipping and
Yeah, I don't support
I'm
her.
assuming that guy was older. That's what my assumption is, and that she was stupid. My assumption is 22-year-old girl in Miami with a coke addict or with a coke addiction. She was fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And fell into this. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's insane. What part of you, like, I can't imagine being 22 and like going so far that a fucking kid is kidnapped and not fed. Oh my God, that's so scary.
Yeah. Really cool though that the author of this book has written a bunch of like books. I don't know if he's written a bunch of books. I don't know. I just said that. But the author of this book has won an Emmy, a Peabody, and an Edgar Award.
Oh, so
yeah, the book's like 300 pages.
A Peabody is like isn't that like a specifically for journalism?
Authors? Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the book was published in 1986. So everything that happened in the book had happened 24 years prior to when they found out about it. So in 1984, and Danielle would have been 22, like I said.
Man, that fucking sucks. I mean, it's terrible that happened. Obviously.
No, it's so bad. Like, here's my thing though.
That's worse than what I was expecting, frankly. I was
so bad.
I thought it was, I can't believe I've never looked it up. I assumed because they never
really
fucking say that part. That's
what I'm
say
saying,
about
like,
it is that
you
it's like
think that the girls are being really mean and really like awful talking about this book and like all this stuff. No, they had every right to be literally talking shit and losing their minds over this and actually being concerned because this is really serious stuff. Like, I'm surprised that it wasn't worse.
I think the presentation of it should have been better. And you just like I just think what they should have done because if they didn't like her. They were looking for a reason to not like her. So they're not going to give her an opportunity to be like, hey, what changed? You had a coke addiction. Right. They extended your treatment.
Right.
Like, what was up? Please tell us this. We have this information. That's what somebody who actually gave a shit about you would ask.
Yeah.
They clearly didn't give a fuck. So they're like, I mean, and it's Housewives. Like, you're going to bring that information into the public domain. Like, that is what it is. But that's
just crazy for season 1, episode 4.
It's crazy that like the producers didn't find anything about that. Like, don't they run a background check? They would see any name changes. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, and like the mugshots in the book.
Right. I can see the mugshot in my head.
It's so black and white, and her hair is blown to the gods. Like, she has a big blowout, and she does look super young. But yeah, it's crazy. Like, so they're chatting about the book, and Caroline says something that makes me question, like, if something fucked up happened to her growing up, because she says to question people when they're nice when you first meet. And I'm like, wait, is that not just like basic human decency to be nice to
No,
people when
that's
you
an
first meet
Italian.
them?
I feel like that's very
I
blood is
guess.
thicker than water. That's very much Italian in my
Which is
head.
so funny because Caroline then says that blood is thicker than water
Oh my
like two
God.
seconds later.
See? No, it's just like
Yeah.
this like Italian like you can only really trust your family type of mindset.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
exactly what that is. I mean,
yeah,
maybe something did happen, but in my head
yeah.
that's how I interpret
And
it.
you're probably right, yeah. Dina says that if one more person in the town goes up to her and tells her the shit that Danielle is saying about her, because somehow this is about Dina now, that she's gonna get her Brooklyn on and knock her block off.
Is she from Brooklyn?
I don't know, but what the fuck does knock her block off mean?
I don't know.
I
I
don't know.
feel I don't know.
Caroline thinks that Danielle is jealous of Dina and knows that she can work Jackie, like that Danielle can work Jackie. So and that Danielle's trying to drive a wedge in between the family.
I feel like that's giving Danielle more conniving credit than she's worth. I don't
Yeah.
think Danielle's like that plotty, you
No, I
know?
don't think
Like
so.
I
Yeah.
think she's
I don't know. She was fucking arrested for all this shit. So,
I yeah, but again, she was a 22-year-old with a coke addiction. Like she did something terrible,
right.
but I think she probably was in the crowd with like shitty people
Yeah.
and you kind of fall into it. Like as a full-blown adult, I bet she was more so like just looking for a friend, but then they have like confirmation bias
Yeah.
of her being shitty, right? So,
Yeah. And so this guy, Kevin, that's the guy that turned informant,
mhm.
he and Danielle met while he was still married. And then they ended up getting married. So like
Oh,
that's
that's
where
where
the
that
rumor
comes
comes
from.
from of the she gets
Okay.
with married men because she did.
How old
Yeah.
was Kevin? I'm like, see,
I don't
here's the thing.
know.
I liked Danielle so far this season, so now I'm like trying to figure
I don't
out
know.
what's
Look it
redeeming
up.
about
Yeah,
her.
look it up. See.
Because
I
I'm
don't
like,
know. That's not like a Googleable thing. I don't
yeah.
know how old he was.
Um, yeah, no, that's all so insane. But also weird that they're fixating on her being an exotic dancer
I
and
know.
married. Like, why aren't we
Yeah.
saying like you kidnapped a child?
No,
Like,
because they do say that. They do say that. So the next scene,
oh.
Jackie comes to Danielle's because obviously the shit about the book is like in the air, very much present in their life right now. She gets to Danielle's. No one wanted Jackie to talk to her. Danielle and Jackie are sitting and chatting about the book. They're literally like gabbing over a full bottle of Moet. Jackie is wondering if Danielle could be capable of all the things the book is alleging. Danielle gives her version of the story. Danielle says that after a modeling shoot, she went to go see her boyfriend, and when she showed up, it was a federal bust. So she's referencing the Western Union of it all.
Oh.
She said she was arrested as an accessory, and Jackie asked Danielle if the guy she was with, the Kevin guy,
Mhm.
actually did. Oh no, I'm sorry.
No, it was the other guy.
The other
Yeah,
guy. I don't know his name.
it's okay.
Jackie asked Danielle if the guy she was with actually did these things, and Danielle says that she's not going to answer that question.
Oh.
I know. It's giving conflict of interest. Jackie says that she did believe some of the stuff that's in the book, which I'm like, wait, like what? Danielle says she knows Dina revealed the book, and Jackie is immediately asking her, like, please don't talk about Dina. Like, I don't feel comfortable talking about this.
Yeah.
Danielle says that Dina brought it to the Chateau Salon, which we heard about in the first episode.
Mhm.
And Danielle in a cheers says to Jackie to recognize who your enemies are. So
Ooh,
ominous.
that's so ominous.
So ominous. On a lighter note, we're back to Teresa and her house. Her furniture is getting delivered.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. I hope
I
she made the
think,
payment.
but she's saying she loves her new ottoman. She's like
Her new
directing
ottoman.
she's directing all the guys on like where to put stuff and to be careful and all this stuff. Gia's room is literally a pink paradise with a jacuzzi bathtub.
Oh, the
And
dream.
as the guys are leaving, the moving guys, Joe's paying them in cash. And I clocked this. After Teresa says to give them a check, he does not give them a check. He pays in cash, which is so
Oh,
sketchy to me.
yeah.
So sketchy. He does
That.
tip the delivery guy $100 though, which I thought was really nice.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Where'd
So nice.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so nice.
Yeah. Gia's like trying to unpack all of her clothes, and she asks one of the movers, Alberto, to lug her suitcase up the stairs for her. And Teresa's like, go ask him to help you. And Gia's like, does he speak English? And Teresa's like, yeah, he speaks English. Jesus Christ. He's like helping her take the suitcases up, and she says grazie to him instead of gracias, which is just so cute. Like she's just such a little kid. It's so cute. It was cute.
Isn't that thank you in Italian?
Yeah, yeah. It
That
was
is
cute.
cute.
Yeah.
That is cute.
And close enough. I'm sure he understood. She also could have said thank you. I think he would have
Yeah.
understood.
Yeah. I think it would have.
And it's cute because she like immediately starts unpacking all of her clothes. Like she is literally me after a trip. I unpack immediately. So it's really cute. She's like very excited.
Yeah.
And in the midst of all this unpacking, Maria, Gia's agent, calls and asks if she wants to work on Gossip Girl that Friday. Gia
Oh.
goes, I guess a lot of people want me these days. I had to run to IMDb again.
Yeah.
Not in Gossip Girl.
Oh.
No.
She didn't make the cut.
Didn't make the cut.
Did
not make the cut. We are at our last scene of the episode. We're with Danielle in our closing scene. Danielle is with her friend Tommy, who's been her friend for 27 years. He's there and they're gabbing. They're discussing Dina and how she dispersed the book. And she says that she was just shooting in Cozumel, Mexico, came back to the US, and this boyfriend, the kidnapping guy, had a house with 30 rooms, and she says she didn't know what was going on always in those rooms.
Okay.
Danielle then says that Dina is spit on the bottom of Danielle's shoe, which is like shade.
Yeah. Yeah. Scum.
And Danielle fat shames Dina.
Ooh.
Which is
she did that already. She did that
when they were
before.
with the girls.
Yeah, so she's just like, there's one thing that I can continue to go back to.
Yeah. And Tommy and Danielle are just talking about like the book of it all. And Tommy says that in order for there to be a resolution, Tommy says that Danielle needs to call Dina out. And I just want to thank Tommy for the plot because we do see this unfold. And it does become explosive. And that is the end of episode 4. Black and white and read all over. The teaser for the next episode is Teresa talking about her bubbies. And again, Danielle with Steve.
No, they didn't end?
No.
I get it.
Yeah, I don't get it. The end of that episode, I feel like it did a terrible job ending that episode. But
no, you did great. It's just very abrupt. It was an abrupt beginning.
It was a very
abrupt ending. I mean, as we know, they're still like figuring out how they're editing like this season. So it
was
be
a very cold open and a cold
time.
Close. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but it's very like ominous, right? Like,
yeah, Tommy saying like he needs to call Dina out is the same way that Caroline did a war cry at the end of the last episode.
Tommy's definitely, he's like a scary guy. Like he's definitely involved in some shit. And like he like continues to be a character in Danielle's life, and he's like not someone you'd want to fuck around with.
No.
It seems. Well, I mean, honestly, maybe he doesn't really do much, and Danielle just like kind of builds up his why to be fearful of him for her own like protection. But yeah, that was crazy. Thank you for giving me the whole like rundown of what her crimes were. I didn't know it was to that extent.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
That's wild. Yeah. It's crazy that she like continued to like be friends with some of these ladies later, to be honest. Like I'm shocked. I'm shocked that she was like Teresa was open to her later on and stuff like that. Like it's shocking that she's
Teresa opens up to her later on because it serves Teresa, not because
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's absolutely wild. Also, I just like looked up really quickly trying to find out like what that guy's age. She was it didn't say it, but
yeah, it's hard.
Apparently in like her own, she wrote an autobiography later, and she talks about like her very rough childhood. Like sexual abuse, things along those lines. So I feel like this is just all just like a very terrible thing. You know, like that's terrible what she did. Also, bringing this up just like brings up all of her past with her kids, with her family, with whatever professional life she tried to like establish. And like she's obviously not regulated enough to be able to fucking handle these conversations or like information getting out. So this is
for sure
crazy.
For sure. Yeah.
Wild.
Want to dig in some garbage?
I love dumpster diving with you.
Okay, be right back.
What's in the
Garbage. This week, I decided to dig in Beverly's garbage.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
which Beverly is Danielle. Beverly Merrill, aka Danielle Staub, was referred to as Beverly in this Cop Without a Badge book.
That's a good stripper name, to be honest.
Beverly Merrill.
Yeah, it is a good name. What would be your stripper name?
Ooh,
Sorry,
my stripper.
not that
No, it's
that
okay.
segment.
My different segment. My stripper name would be like Persephone Autumn.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. What's
I don't
yours?
need it. God, I have no idea. I asked that question. I haven't thought of it ever. It wasn't like I feel like when we were kids, everyone would be like, "What's your stripper name?" And it's like your first animal and then the street you
Oh,
lived on.
yeah.
Mine would be Chessie East.
Okay, Chessie East.
Chessie East. Chessie was the
No,
nanny in
we're wrong.
Parent Trap.
It would be Cha-Cha Goldfish.
Oh, you're so right. That's my name. I'm Cha-Cha Goldfish. And I'm a redhead, so that's perfect.
It is. It's perfect. Okay, so in Beverly's garbage, I think there are little Coke baggies that she had to ditch before getting on the flight to Miami. One of those suitcases that are old-timey, that are like fabric and only have a handle.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. Yeah. Like a Nanny McPhee bag or something, or Mary Poppins.
But no, it's like a square one. It's like the square one with the handle.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
And then a blow dry brush because her hair was literally blown out to the gods in her mugshot.
Yes, as it should be. Yeah. No, I think that's great. That definitely was in.
That's in Beverly's garbage.
That was absolutely in Beverly's garbage.
What do you think is in her garbage?
I think Beverly definitely has a wig. I think she has a wig so that she can, be a little undercover. It also could like be her stripper wig and stuff. So
what if the wigs that they wore to Dina's charity event was Beverly's wig?
Oh my God, it was Beverly's. It's vintage. She's trying to tell us all along. Okay, so we have her wig. We also have a Buffalo Bills jersey that she stole from the kid that she kidnapped. So terrible. Hope that person doesn't listen. I'm so sorry. That was your experience.
I didn't put his name. I didn't say his name.
No.
Yeah.
So yeah, she stole just a cherry on top of the crime is stealing his very expensive Buffalo Bills signed
and
jersey.
she like tells everybody that's like her ex-boyfriend's hoodie that he left.
Yes. Yes, exactly. And then what else? I think also in Beverly's garbage is gonna be her probation paperwork because she like never followed up and like that's why she kept getting extended time to stay into the program because she just really wasn't dedicating herself to it.
Yeah. I think
that's
all really plausible garbage items.
That's what's in Beverly's garbage.
Sad life. Very sad life.
So tough. Wow. But yeah, all of that is gonna really be important for the rest of the season.
Yeah, super important.
Like the central. Honestly, it continues to dog Danielle today. So,
literally.
Yeah.
I mean, the book was written like 40 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
That's
no,
insane.
Not 40. 96 is not 40 years ago.
It's literally 28 years ago.
Whatever. It happened like 40
Sorry,
years
it
ago,
happened
though.
40 years ago.
Yeah. Yes.
40 something years ago. I can't
41 years
42,
ago.
43.
Whatever. Who gives it? Round up 50 years.
Yeah. Thank you everybody for listening.
Yeah, thank you, Selma.
Yes, of course. And thanks to those who answered our poll. The winner was Dina. No surprise there.
We are on Dina's.
Yeah, we are on Dina's side. But yeah, we can't wait for you to listen to our next episode, which is going to be covered by Maggie.
Yes, it will.
And yeah, thanks so much, everyone. Talk to you soon.
See you soon. Bye.
We post a full video podcast on our YouTube channel at Real Girls of Gabbing. Stay in touch with us on Instagram and TikTok at Real Girls of Gabbing. For media and partnership inquiries, reach out to us at realgirlsofgabbing@gmail.com. We can't wait to gab with you.